Today we're talking about the master fader, what it is, what exactly to do to it, and how to treat it right. Hey, what's going on everybody? Tarnim here. If you could like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you can be notified when the next video comes out. In this video, we're primarily going to be focused on this guy right here, the master fader. And just to reiterate, for this demonstration, we are going to be using Pro Tools. Of course, all of these skills and everything that you're being shown is going to be something you're going to be able to use on any other DAW, per se, like something like if you had Ableton or Reaper or Logic, FL Studio, and you'll be able to use these same techniques to mix your songs. Just wanted to say that so I didn't stir up any kind of confusion or anything like that. I'm gonna go ahead and put a EQ on this master fader. Go. We're gonna use a stock plugin here. 7. Okay, and let's go ahead and play it back. I don't know until I thought in your arms, I swear that's where I've been. Holding so tight, it's you I need, darling. I will sing this out loud, darling. Making it like it was meant to be. Making it like it was on make-believe. I don't know until I thought in your arms. Alright, and as you can see, yeah, it's very subtle. We want to keep all the movements that we do within the plugins in the master fader. We want to make sure that all of those moves that we make in it are going to be subtle. We don't want to have anything drastically change because that's not the way that it typically would go. I mean, there's other process where you'll see something like that where it is going to be a drastic change, but definitely not happening in the master fader. That's for sure. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and play it back, and this is just with the EQ. We have no other plugin. I don't know until I thought in your arms, I swear that's where I've been. Holding so tight, it's you I need, darling. I will sing this out loud, darling. Making it like it was meant to be. Making it like it was make-believe. Alright, so we can hear the differences between when I had the EQ on versus off. And of course, the differences are very subtle, but once we get a lot of these subtle differences together and they just stack and stack and stack, they are going to be giving us what we want, a commercial sounding, a pro sounding mix. The next plugin that I'm going to be using is a compressor. So I'm going to go ahead and use a compressor, stock compressor from Pro Tools. All right, let's go ahead and get this one. Going through the functionality of the compressor, I want you guys to look at this region right here where it says attack and release. All right, so for attack, basically what this means is kind of like imagine a football player. How fast do you want the compressor to attack your audio signal? And how quickly do you want that football player to release your audio signal? Especially when we're working here with the master fader, we want to make subtle, but nothing extreme, nothing extreme at all. All right, and with the release time, I'm thinking we're gonna go around about, yeah, 12 and a half is cool. All right, let's see here. I don't know until I thought in your arms, I swear that's where. And also, now going on to the threshold, we want to make sure that the threshold is not exceeding or not making sure that it's actually compressing the signal. Because if it's not even touching it, then it's not compressing nada. All right, so here. I don't know until I thought in your arms, I swear that's where I've been. Holding so tight, it's you I need, darling. I will sing this out. All right, and as we can see, we were roughly about getting 1 decibel of gain reduction on average right here. And so since we're getting the gain reduced right here in the makeup gain section of the compressor, we're going to give it 1 decibel of makeup gain so that everything can stay constant and there's not going to be any kind of change in volume. And that is exactly what the makeup gain function helps you out with when you're compressing everything. Just making sure everything is constant, making sure everything's right. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what exactly we did and compare it to what the track was before we did anything. I don't know until I thought in your arms, I swear that's where I've been. Holding so tight, it's you I need, darling. I will sing this out loud to you, making it like it was meant to be. So far, so good. And I can definitely tell that the track is getting more energy, more umph. It's definitely a lot more colorful than it was. And don't be discouraged. I know the changes are subtle, but we're going to get there. And we're going to get to the point where the track is going to just unfold like a crazy piece of origami or something. Horrible joke. But hey, one thing I was thinking of, and I should have said this at the beginning of the video, never, ever, 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 ever raise or lower the fader for the master channel. This stays centered at all times, never moves, even if we're applying the plugins that we did today. Never raise or lower the volume, ever, ever, because it can be it's a powerful channel. It can destroy your tracks. It can destroy your hard work that you did. And yeah, don't raise the volume, please, or lower the volume. No, horrible, horrible thing to do. Just leave it as it is. In the next video, what I'm going to be talking about is EQ. EQ for all of the channels. I'm going to show a demonstration of how it works, what to look for, what to listen for. And I'm going to show you guys like what there's filters in EQ, the high pass filter, low pass filter, shelves. And I'm going to show you all about that in the next video. And if you haven't yet already, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell thing so you guys can be notified as soon as that EQ video comes out. All right. You guys have a good one. Take it easy. Be safe.